I almost died in a typhoon once, and I was only 7 years old.
It was back in 2015 when Meta Sarmiento won a competition called Spoken Art for the World, and it afforded him the opportunity to perform in Paris, France, at a UN climate negotiations event. In that moment, that was so impactful, Sarmiento realized just how big the world was in terms of artistry.
I needed to grow. And I knew that if I stayed on island, I wouldn't grow because I was comfortable. Everything was cush here. And so that's when I decided, I need to step out of my comfort zone. I need to experience new things, both personally and professionally. And so I made the decision to jump to Denver, Colorado in 2016.
He believes it was the best decision he's made as an artist.
Raise your hand if you're familiar with the island of Guam. Well, that's a lot more people than I expected. Yeah.
I've been able to grow exponentially in just the last 7 years in comparison to the entire time I've been on island. I feel like I've changed so much as a person and as an artist, and I definitely don't regret leaving.
Imagination is a double-edged sword. You see what's possible and then you want some more.
Over the course of 7 years, the former Derrida and Jigo resident has made a formidable name for himself and continues to hone his craft, from music videos, spoken word poetry, to speaking in front of huge audiences for a TED Talk.
I just wanted to tell stories and to do it in as many mediums as possible. And while I was, of course, in Denver, I always kept a pulse on the island because this is home. This is the place that raised me. All that I am is because of here. And so I decided that as part of my work as an artist, I wanted to remain a bridge, right? Expand my own horizons, but still stay connected to the people and the places that I love so much.
And now with the support of Humanities Guahan, he's back, ready to share what he's been up to. According to him, he's the sharpest he's ever been.
Humanities Guahan's doing a really good job running this series where they're engaging the community, trying to raise their critical consciousness around these really important issues and topics on island, like cultural identity and equity and climate change and the hyper-militarization of the region. We're going to be using my work as an anchor point to launch into deep conversations about some of these issues. And so to be able to do it in a way that's not intimidating and not didactic and trying to lecture people, but through storytelling and conversation. That's so Islander, right? Like that's what we do. We sit around and we talk stories.
On Tuesday, July 11th, you can enjoy an evening with Meta at 6 p.m. at the Hyatt Regency Grand Ballroom. And on Thursday, July 13th, you can catch a public performance by Meta at 7 p.m. at the University of Guam Fine Arts Theater. And if you're on the fence whether to attend any of the events, he has this to say.
Engaging with these really important topics is hard to do in a really fun, creative, and meaningful way. And Humanities Guahan and my performances and our community conversations is gonna do it in that way. If you got time and you got energy, you should definitely come.
As for any advice he would like to offer other creatives,
for the next generation coming up, chasing the arts, chasing voice and purpose, I think it's really important to keep going because it takes a really long time to really figure out what you want to articulate and what you want to say. And if you give up now, you're never going to get there. So keep at it, stay patient, and have fun with it, I think is the most important thing.
Hold me down or hold me back.
Jonagan Charfris, KUAM News.
It's time to get along with the good